Hi YouTube! I know it's been a long while, thanks to a few things of prolonging and laziness. I am finally doing my anime review that I promised. I think it was either March or April. I don't remember. And luckily I've got this list here to help me keep track. My anime I am doing is Tokyo Mew Mew. Tokyo Mew Mew. To tell you the honest truth, this is one of my very first animes that I was involved in. A friend of mine who's a bigger anime geek than I am showed me the manga, I think it was back in middle school, and I kind of liked it. It wasn't until my freshman year in high school, which was like last year, that I actually read the manga and watched the anime. I was officially hooked. It's just such an inspiring story that has both the comedy, the action, the suspense, and the love. And it teaches a moral lesson too. Like, if we don't, the choices we make now to our planet affects tomorrow. And I think, to me, I love it how they just plainly put that out. Check. Okay, now for the storyline. Anyone who has not seen or watched the anime or read the manga, I'm only going to tell a little, nutshell of the whole thing. Basically, there's this teenager girl. I am not saying her name. You guys tried. Okay, forget it. There's this girl whose name is Ichigo, who is like this, your average 16-year-old girl. She's a bit of a klutz, a little bit of an airhead sometimes. Yes, an airhead. And she meets these other girls, Lettuce, Mint, Pudding, and Zakuro, which have the power, which they get infused, meaning in their DNA, infused with 5 different types of endangered animals. What those animals are, I really don't remember. All I remember is a wolf, a monkey, a dolphin-like animal, a bird, and a cat, and that's all I remember. What species there are, I really don't know. And basically, they have to fight against these aliens, which most of them are really hot. These aliens who, which they lived on Earth, but due to weather environments, they had to move to a different planet, and they have to fight them. And the ending is really, it is a really good story, and it is worth it. Okay, Tokyo Mew Mew was very popular not among Japanese fans, but also when it was posted on YouTube, it became very, 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 I mean this, very popular with fans on YouTube, especially with the aliens. The voices for the Japanese were very spot on. It matches the characters. The anime, it differs with the manga, but it follows the story pretty well, which is a lot of respect for the fans. Oh man, it went downhill when 4Kids, yeah, you heard me, 4Kids, took the dubbing of it back in 2005, and it made totally unnecessary edits, story potholes. Oh man, it was a total nightmare. The first one, thanks to my little list here, are the voices. The voices were the biggest thing among the English version of this anime. Okay, I'm gonna split off into different sections. The first one is for the Mew Mews. The other ones are for the aliens and for the other minor characters. I'm gonna start off with the Mew Mews. I'm gonna do it in order of appearance when they join the group. Ichigo, or Zoe as she's called. Okay. Her voice, it's very hyper, very energetic. She's a bit of a klutz, but she gets really annoying. She yells her boyfriend's name, I don't know how many times, but you get down with that for a while. Her voice isn't too annoying, like some characters, Misa from Death Note, and it's a really good it suits the character really well. Her English voice, oh my God, her English voice is horrendous. They changed her personality so much. She's an airhead in the original, but they went so bad to make her sound like her personality is that of an anime blonde. Oh my god, she says the most dumbest things imaginable. And I'm only going to repeat this once, it being later. There's this quote that she says, and the Japanese is very Sailor Moonish, but in the English, it's like this. And I'm only going to say this once. Mew Mew style, Mew Mew grace, Mew Mew power in your face. It's horrendous, and how she says it is just... And it's just, she sounds really obnoxious. She's very, I don't know, she's so vain and focused on her appearance. It's enough to drive anyone crazy, and she has a lot of haters on that. And her Japanese voice, this thumbs up. Her English voice, double thumbs down. Oh man, it is just, yeah. Okay, Mint, or Karina in the English. The Japanese, she's snotty, a little sarcastic, which is sometimes funny, and she's always messing with Ichigo. She's snobby at first, like I said, but in the middle of the series, she isn't as snobby. She becomes more helpful for her friends. Her Japanese voice actually suits really well. It goes with that sarcastic nature, which some fans like, because a lot of people are sarcastic, and just, it suits really well. It fits kind of the rich kid, but not too much. Her English voice, it's not as bad as Ichigo's. It fits the character really well. It's just, they went with the stereotypical rich kid. I'm like, she's snobby, but not that much. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, come on. You guys overdid this a little bit. And the sarcastic comments, they're not even funny. They sound obnoxious. I'm like, what gives? Okay, her Japanese voice, thumbs up. English voice, not as bad as Ichigo, but just another thumbs down. Oh boy. The third one, Lettuce, or Bridget in the English. Lettuce is the third introduced. She was actually one of my favorites of the Mew Mews. In the Japanese, she's very shy, she's very, very smart, and she's very compassionate about her friends. And she's like the only one of the characters early in the series that she kind of feels later on in the series that she feels compassion for the aliens. And I'm like, finally, someone has a heart for these guys. And it's just, I really like her character. It's really shy, but not too quiet for anyone not to hear. It fits really, really well on. Her English voice, it's not bad, but just, they went with the Brainiac voice. I'm like, she's smart, but she doesn't look like a smart aleck. I'm like, is this, man, I don't know how to put it, but just sounds like the stereotypical smarty pants. And that, to some people, from what I've seen on the forums on YouTube, really pisses people off. Oh boy. And just, yeah. Her, it's not as bad as Ichigo's voice. It's a mixture, but it's the badness of it, it's a mixture between Mint's and Ichigo's, so yeah. Thumbs up for her Japanese, middle thumbs for her English. I don't really know. Pudding, or Kiki in the English. Kiki is pudding, or Kiki, however people decide to choose her name. She's the youngest of the Mew Mews and the most hyper and more sarcastic than Mint. Her voice is really hyper, very energetic, really happy, but there are times when she's serious. She's like the most funniest. I would love to have her as like a neighbor. I would just love to play with her. Her Japanese character, she has a crush on one of the aliens. I'm gonna explain him later. It's just, she's really adorable.